Krishnavataram. First chapter in Krishnavataram. Festivities in Mathura. The entire city of Mathura looked very festive. Princess Devaki had wed Prince Vasudeva in the morning, and the streets around the palace and the temple were decorated with bright rangoli. It was just an hour before sunset. The weather was mild. The streets were crowded with tourists and merchants from nearby villages selling their wares. Yashoda looked at the bustling marketplace near the temple. The temple was encircled by 7 streets. The Brahmins lived in these streets. The sweet smell of burning wood from the daily Agnihotra filled the air. There were huge gateways interconnecting the 7 streets that encircled the temple. The street adjacent to the temple was filled with vendors selling flowers. The entire area around the temple was filled with fragrant perfume of jasmine, rose, lotus, Spanish cherry, that is Magurampu, screw pine, which is Tarampu, Ilang Ilang, Manoranjitam, Indian magnolia, Shenbagapu, and holy basil, Tulasi. In addition to the flowers, they were selling fresh sandalwood paste, rose water, etc. for the worship. The environment was serene yet busy. Anxiety just seemed to fade out of people's heart. Yashoda entered the temple premises with her husband King Nandagopa and their friends. They had journeyed from Gokulam to participate in the wedding ceremony. Gokulam was a large village. Its citizens were mainly dairy farmers. There was a huge garden to the right side of the entrance. Flocks of parrots, doves, and sparrows had returned to roost on the trees. The air reverberated with the chatter of the roosting birds. A cuckoo broke into a beautiful melody. A couple of peacocks walked with pride near the temple pond. The coral rays of the setting sun bathed the garden in its warm glow. The surrounding looked as if it had been stolen from heaven. It looked like the garden of Devendra or Kubera. But Yashoda did not cast her eyes on the picturesque view, not even when she stopped to wash her feet in the pond. She walked along with the rest of the people in a hurry to see her beloved Perumal. Eyes that had looked at him will not find beauty in anything else. She moved forward with great anticipation. How would Lord Vishnu be decorated today? Would she and her friends be able to get a good darshan of him? She didn't get the chance of visiting this temple every day as she lived miles away in Gokulam. She had been looking forward to this visit for weeks. Her arms were laden with offerings of flowers, incense, and sandalwood, while her heart was laden with love for him. With every step, her anticipation increased and her heart brimmed with love. Tears of joy trickled down her eyes, and she walked faster through the walkways and gateways leading to the main sanctum. Yashoda climbed the steps to reach the main hall. To the right side of this hall was a large doorway which led into a smaller hall with the sanctum. The roofs of both halls were supported by beautiful granite pillars. The pillars were carved with enchanting figurines. To the left side of the entrance was a huge hall used for religious gatherings. Yashoda saw that this hall was brimming with people. From the banners, she learned that they were gathered to listen to the lectures on Vamana Avatar. People sat on either side of the great hall. They had left a passage in the middle. From the great hall, the sanctum and the deity were visible. In the front row, on the left-hand side of the passage, Yashoda saw the wedding party. The lecture was about to commence. Nanda signaled the group to find a place to sit. Yashoda and Nanda found seats in the front row on the right-hand side. From here, Yashoda had a very good view of the sanctum. She could feel his divine presence. The deity was dressed in yellow silk. He wore a huge garland made up of fresh jasmine, rose petals, lotus petals, Spanish cherry, screw pine, ylang ylang, Indian magnolia, and holy basil. He wore a tall crown embedded with only pearls. His ornaments were all made of pearls. He wore pearl necklaces, pearl belt, pearl anklets, and so on. The white pearls and the yellow garment complemented his beautiful black complexion. He wore different ornaments every day. Today it was pearl ornaments. His ornaments were usually made of rubies, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds, and other precious gems. All the jewelry were made with gold. He held the Sudarshana Chakra, his conch, mace, and a lotus in each of his four hands as ornaments. He shone in the heavenly glow of the oil lamps lighted inside the sanctum. Yashoda's eyes filled with tears of joy at this sight. With her eyes fixed on the Perumal, she listened to the story of Vamana Avatar with profound devotion. Krishna Avatar